If you've got a thirst for knowledge and a love for craft beer, then tune in to our podcast and let us bend your ear. From UFOs to rock and roll, you'll be ROTFL, you're AO. Saying, are you shitting me?
Welcome to another edition of Are You Shitting Me? Welcome back, shitters. I am one of the hosts, Brett.
And I am Aaron. I'm the other host.
Yeah.
How's it going, man?
Oh, good. I'm a little bit off today.
You know what? We're still trying to work out the new openings, right? The old opening, the podcast that dives into random topics that may surprise and educate you and maybe make you laugh along the way. I knew that one by heart at this point, and now we're still trying to dial it in a little bit. We apologize to you all.
I'll take the blame on this one. It was me. It's not you.
The original opening is quite topical, actually, because we are, in fact, talking about random questions today. I love these episodes when we did the last one with the dicey questions. And this, now you have a different spin on it this time. Explain to the audience what we're doing here today.
So this episode, if you haven't noticed, is called In the Cards. And what we'll be doing today is we'll be drawing random card from a standard 52 deck of cards. Mm-hmm. And those cards will correlate to different questions. Like when we rolled the dice and we had different questions for numbers and whatnot. Big difference today is we don't have Chuck with us, so it's going to be funnier.
Much better, episode. Right?
So, in the cards, which correlates to the beer that we're going to be having.
Indeed, it does. Probably the best matching beer that we've ever had.
Right. Name-wise, it is the best. In fact, one might say that the name of the episode came from the beer. I would, because that's how it came into happening. There weren't a lot of dice-related beer, so we weren't able to do a sequel with dice, so we changed it up a little bit. Saw this beer In the Cards by Pollyanna Brewing Company out of Lamont, Illinois, which is about an hour and a half or so out of Chicago.
I used to work for a magazine, and the guy who owned it was named Lamont, and he had this really weird accent, and every time he mentioned his name, my name's Lamont, and so ever since then, yeah, sorry, that's what that was.
Inside joke for people.
Yeah, if you know, you know.
What else do we need here?
It's an IPA, 5.5 ABV, 70 IBU.
Okay.
Citrus flavor. It's not bad. It's foggier than it's a foggy one for sure. Smells like an IPA.
3.8 out of 5 on Untapped as of right now, and almost 5,000 ratings. So it's more than one of the last ones we did.
Oh, that's an IPA.
Okay, I haven't even tried it yet. Don't ruin it for me.
No spoilers.
Oh my gosh. Oh, that is Hazy. I need to let it go down for a second.
Yeah, you do.
Pollyanna Brewing, I think you and I have been there.
I believe we have.
Yeah, it's in a small town. Lamont's not a big town. Right on the river. And
I'm going to say it every time.
Okay. And yeah, nice little brewery there. They've been putting out some big beers. So, all right, my head is down. I'm going to give this a swirl.
It's got the IPA bite. If you like bitey IPAs, this is definitely for you. It's not as bitey as some of them I've had, though. It's a mild bite, but it definitely kicks.
It's true. This has got a citrusy, like an IPA smell to it. Maybe I'll let it warm up and see how that works for me.
Yeah, I like it.
So,
all right.
In the Cards, Pollyanna Brewing Company.
Good stuff so far. Before we continue, be sure to find us on your socials at aysm.show or on Untapped AYSM_show. You can find out all about us and our other episodes. We appreciate you tuning in and listening to us and sharing with your friends. So, all right, let's do it, man. You got the deck of cards.
Yeah, I do. So I've got 8 of hearts. Would you rather have a third arm or a third leg?
And what you mean by a third leg, right?
Yes.
I think a third arm. Probably just one more thing you could do.
You could do while holding a beer.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah, I think I'm on board. Third arm.
But where would the arm be? Would it come out the front, back, top, side?
Oh, I don't know. Where would it come out? I don't know. Right out of your chest? That would suck.
The worst one would be right on top of your head because you can't even reach anything but the bottom of your head.
Right. Yeah, but think of how much higher you could reach.
Totally dunk on people for sure.
He dunked on me with his third arm. What the fuck?
All right.
All right. Let's see. Let me get you another card here. King of Spades. Ooh, it's a big one.
All right. I got that one here. So King of Spades. Is the use of social media algorithms to spread misinformation a threat to democracy? Ooh, that's very timely, and especially since we just had, obviously, the election last year and inauguration here not too long ago, so new government, everything else. Yes, I do think misinformation is a threat to democracy. I really do.
I don't know which is worse, having misinformation or no information.
I think the problem is, we talked about this before, when we were growing up and that kind of stuff, you took what the news people said as truth. And even like the integrity of the news is supposed to be unbiased and everything else, but it's not anymore. And so even the regular news is spreading misinformation. So where can you find the normal stuff? I just don't know. And I think that's what's dividing the country. I really do. I feel like that's a big part of it.
For sure. I agree.
And uneducated people, or people who aren't looking it up or if it's truth or not, have a hard time getting past that.
It is disappointing, and I guess that's not new. And I know that the U.S. has done things in the past, like outside influences into our election. For example, there was, I don't know if you saw the video of a guy ripping up the ballots and whatnot, and I believe they were all supposed to be Trump ballots, and lo and behold, this is coming from Russia.
Wasn't even the U.S.
Not even real. Yeah. And now, as I mentioned, to say that the U.S. hasn't gone in and messed with elections in different countries, we've been doing that for decades or longer. There's some that it's been proven that we've interfered. Nothing new, but yeah, I think misinformation is definitely hazardous to our health.
Yeah, I agree.
So I got 3 of diamonds next. Ironically, this is back to the arm and the leg thing. I like this question. Would you rather have a third arm that's always drunk or legs that dance uncontrollably?
Jimmy legs.
What are you doing? My legs have a mind of their own.
Say the question again. What was the first part of it?
Would you rather have a third arm that's always drunk or legs that dance uncontrollably?
Oh, I think I'm going to go with the arm again, but at least the third arm one might punch somebody just for out of randomness, you know?
Let's be honest. If it's drunk, it's probably just laying there. If it's a sober arm, you have to watch out for.
That's true.
Oh, my gosh. Ace of clubs.
Ace of clubs. All right.
Ace of clubs.
Would you date someone who let their dog sleep underneath the covers with you?
I don't know the answer to that question. I've never slept with dogs. I don't know if that's annoying or not. I don't know how to answer that.
Yeah, I'd say no. No, for sure. I have a strong belief that the animals need to stay on the ground. They don't come up on beds or the furniture and that kind of stuff. Now, obviously, the cats, it's a little bit different. You can't train them, but with dogs specifically, they stay down.
You can't train them. Are you anti-cat?
I love my cat. No one else does, but I do.
It's because she doesn't love anyone else.
That's right.
What do we got here? 7 of spades. I got you. Do we live in a simulation?
No. I don't believe that. I think it's an interesting idea. Obviously, the Matrix really was one of those first movies that I think any of us saw that, oh, wow, that's a really interesting, makes you kind of question that. And I'm sure there's other ones prior to that. I thought that was an interesting concept and idea that it might be, and especially how they worked in things like a deja vu, other stuff that are normal day things. You're like, oh, wow, how do you explain that? But no, I do not believe that we live in a simulation. Now, I'm going to be sorely disappointed when I do wake up and have to start eating gruel because we're in a society of machines.
Yeah. When I think of simulations, the very first thing that comes to mind is Sim City. And I'm just picturing this block is for homes and the road goes around it.
Right.
That's the simulation for me.
Some cities are like that, actually.
All right. Queen of Hearts.
Queen of Hearts. Let's see here. What's your favorite childhood memory?
Probably getting out of that crate that I was kept in for so long. What a glorious day that was. I enjoyed, as we have mentioned multiple times, being an Army brat. I think I enjoyed being able to move around and go to different countries and different cities and all that. So, yeah. What about you?
I had to agree with that. I think that was a big thing. I really enjoyed living in the Philippines and overseas there and that kind of stuff. I like that. And I liked making a lot of friends, new adventures every single time, every couple of years. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. 9 of diamonds. Should it be illegal for men to wear skinny jeans? I'll let you answer first.
It probably should be.
How many pairs of skinny jeans do you have?
I actually probably have a couple of pairs of skinny jeans, honestly. I do. Because it's first of all, they're comfortable, but also like when you're on stage and that kind of stuff, they're easy to move around in as well. Yeah. But I'm not saying they look great on me either. I don't know. They probably should be illegal.
Well, I am also a plus size person, and I just don't think, first of all, I don't find them comfortable, and I find them restrictive, and I'm not a fan of the look of skinny jeans on guys, but I also am a supporter of wear what you want.
Yeah, you do you.
That's right. All right. How about another card?
Let's do it.
I got 6 of spades.
6 of spades. Okay. Did you ever believe in Santa?
As we have discussed in previous episodes, Santa's a real man. So yeah, I believe in Santa.
I for sure did as a younger kid. As I grew older, obviously, my belief in Santa dissipated some. But my belief is coming back in that I have a very white beard, and I have played Santa in movies and on TV.
I like the idea of Santa. So yes, absolutely. I believe in Santa.
Mm-hmm.
So there you go. How about Jack of Hearts? Would you rather have a photographic memory, but only for cat pictures, or be able to speak any language fluently, but only while drunk?
Oh,
what the fuck?
I think fluently language would be only while drunk. Although I don't get drunk a lot, so maybe I won't be able to utilize that so much.
Yeah, I mean, so in order to talk to people in other countries, you have to be shit-faced.
Yeah.
And then who knows what you're saying.
Right. Donde el baño?
He's always slurring when he speaks French. We are not in France yet. We'll worry about speaking French when we get there. Just saying. No. All right. How about 5 of clubs?
5 of clubs. Should the U.S. have a siesta?
Oh, hell yeah, we should.
I can't agree with that more than anything else.
I am totally on board. Man, I did it just the other day. I need to lay down. I'm going to do a 20-minute nap. And maybe I'm just lucky. I can fall asleep within minutes. I set that timer for 20, 25, 30 minutes, whatever, and wake up, and I feel amazing.
Yeah. It's the short naps, though. You have to be diligent about it, because it's like a half an hour to 40 minutes for me is a great nap. I can get up and have energy, but if I get to 45 and push it to an hour, all of a sudden I'm groggy the rest of the day.
Oh, hell yeah. Once I hit an hour, I'm not going to go to sleep on time at night.
Yeah. That was one of the things that I started doing a little bit during COVID over lunch, because I'm right there. You can't do that when you're in an office. You can't go to sleep somewhere unless you went out to your car. But I would go take a half-hour nap over lunch. It felt great. And I was just re-energized the entire rest of the day. It was awesome. So I definitely agree with that and subscribe to that.
I used to do that with a job that will remain nameless, but I had the opportunity, like, I'll be back. I'm going to run an errand. And I'd go hop in my car, and I'd, just park, whatever, some shopping mall or whatever, and take a 20, 30-minute
masturbate.
Nap, get nice and warm. Oh my gosh, it was amazing. So, what'd you say?
I said masturbate.
Did you say masturbate?
You're like, oh my gosh, it was amazing.
Don't judge me.
Nice.
That's funny.
All right, next card.
All right. How about a 10 of spades? I don't think we've had that yet.
No, we have not. Do you believe in an afterlife?
Do you believe in magic? I think I do. I don't know if I do or that I want it. I hope that there's something more to just this, and I hopefully it's heaven and whatever. And yes, I hope there's more to than just closing your eyes and being done.
Yeah. Yeah. I like the idea of it. I do, like I said, believe in ghosts and spirits and that kind of stuff. Maybe there. I don't know.
So, yeah, that has to be a yes then.
Yeah.
No?
Yeah.
Wait. Has to be a yes then no. What is this, math?
Once the beer's kind of settled a little bit, that's pretty good. I just had another sip of that. That's good.
Yeah, I did too. I think letting it warm up helps take a little bit of the bitterness off of it. It takes the edge off.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. I've got 8 of Hearts. Oh, is it morally acceptable to use a time machine to attend historical events just for the free food? You don't see that in any pictures for the Declaration of Independence.
They had a snack
really
bar.
nice buffet.
They had the good spread. Ham sandwiches.
Yeah, I guess the only one that we know of was Thanksgiving, right? We had some seafood and whatnot, and yeah, totally.
The Last Supper could have been tasty, I guess. I don't know.
I mean, it'd still be interesting to me.
Yeah. Sure. You're just eating food, disrupting time, unless you ate something that someone's going to choke on and die, which starts a whole thing down the way.
Oh, you keep somebody from choking?
Yeah. Because you ate that piece of food and you didn't choke on it. Who knows?
Oh. What if you weren't supposed to eat the cake and you started a war? Like,
They get out of there fast and be like, yeah, I don't know what happened. That was weird.
haha, motherfucker, I got your cake.
Back to the future. That's how it works. Gotcha.
All right. 3 clubs. What you got?
3 clubs. Could you kill a person if it were in self-defense?
I could kill a man. Yeah, totally.
I agree. I think I would struggle with it, and I think I would then also have in the moment, I think it would be a yes or no kind of question, but then I think afterwards I would definitely have some problems.
Oh, I'm not saying I want to have repeat nightmares about it or anything, but yeah, I totally could. If it was to save family member or even you,
yeah,
I could probably do it. Hopefully I'm never in that situation.
Right.
So, all right. Ace of Spades. Oh, I miss them.
The Ace of Spades. I think we're talking about 2 different Aces of Spades. I'm talking Motorhead.
Who am I talking? Oh, I'm still thinking of Ace of Base.
All that she wants is another baby, and she's gone tomorrow.
Do nursery rhymes contain shit? Do nursery rhymes contain hidden messages?
Oh, we know that they originated from other things like London Bridge is falling down because it really was trapping people inside the walls and that kind of stuff. But I don't know if that's necessarily origins or hidden messages, but I'm sure there's probably something in there.
I think there's hidden meanings. I don't know if it's like subliminal shit.
This beer's really hidden.
I don't know that it's yeah. I don't know if it's subliminal messages or not. All right. 7 of Diamonds.
7 of Diamonds. Is rock and roll better than hip hop?
Yes. I'm sorry. Was that too quick?
I do like rock and roll better, but I also like hip hop. I don't think it's a better thing so much for me. Hip hop is more popular, and I get that. I do think that rock and roll has its place, and unfortunately, it's not as popular right now, and it needs to have a comeback. It needs a resurgence. I think they're equal. I like them both. I could listen to Dr. Dre just as equally as I could listen to Led Zeppelin.
Hip hop's not my go-to. I lean towards Billy Joel, but yeah, that's my genre. I do enjoy hip hop though. I think for me, all music has got its time and place. It's based on my mood. If I'm feeling like hopping and hipping, then that's what I do.
And hipping and hipping and hopping.
I'm all right. Next one. 4 of Spades.
4 of Spades. Do you have a secret talent? I do not. I mean, a secret talent. Like, I don't know if it's a secret talent.
One that is not known. How about that? Because, I have some. I've got the swirl, and I've got the counter swirl.
And you got the parked car outside of the grocery store.
I just need 20 or 30 minutes. I'm good. I can do a number of impersonations, like some cartoon characters and whatnot. I don't know if that's a talent.
I have a pretty good vocal octave range, which isn't not a lot of people can. So I can't get up to Axl Rose kind of level, but I can probably hit a couple, 2 or 3 octaves.
Yeah, prove it.
Not right now. It'll break the microphone. I gotta yell at it.
All right. Are the Beatles overrated?
No, they are not. I don't listen to the Beatles as much as I used to anymore. As a kid and growing up and even through college, I got really into them and just obsessed about the Beatles and listened to all their stuff.
I remember.
Not as much as into it anymore, but I do think it's very rare when you have artists who continually put out good music and popular songs, and they have such a library of good music and popular songs. And it's obviously some of those bands like from back then, Zeppelin and Rolling Stones, they have that history, and it's just because they've been around for a long time. But I do think they were a very talented band. I think they pushed the envelope quite a bit. I think they had really good lyrics. Yeah. No, I don't think they were overrated.
I agree. I think the influence that they had on music in general, you can't say that they weren't, an amazing band. Mm-hmm. Everybody around the world was going nuts for them. And so definitely not overrated. That's another one. We need to do an episode on the Beatles.
We totally should. What's your favorite Beatles song?
So I put this out recently on Threads from AYSM and got a huge response regarding the Beatles and favorite song. Somebody essentially was like, it's like asking, which one of your kids is your favorite? You can't. I think the Beatles are very much like just music in general for me. There's a time and a place and situation for any song. If I'm feeling down and out, there's a song for that. If I'm feeling hyped up, there's a song for that. I definitely think Strawberry Fields is one of my all-time favorite. There's some songs that I think are stupid, like Yellow Submarine, that doesn't do much for me.
Sure.
The catalog of songs that they have is just insane.
Yeah.
And maybe it was easier. You only had to do a 1.5 minute song.
Yeah, that's true. I like Two of Us. I think that's one of my favorite Beatles songs. It's the first one off the Let It Be album. I always enjoyed that one.
I don't know if I know that.
Two of us riding.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like,
it's a good one. It's a nice chill one.
That's what I'm saying too. There's so many songs that are out there that you don't even know.
Day Tripper is another one, but that's because it was one of the first songs I learned to play on guitar. That was a really cool one. Anyway, all right.
Yeah.
Let's move on.
All right. Not overrated. We'll do a deep dive into the Beatles, I feel.
Yeah.
All right. Jack of Hearts.
What's the best restaurant you've ever been to?
I really enjoyed Harry Carey's Steakhouse in Chicago. Mm-hmm. Phenomenal steak. I've been there probably half dozen times or so. Just delicious. So if you like going out for steak, yeah, it's hard to beat that. Mm-hmm. What about you?
My favorite restaurant, which I would argue is probably the best burger I've had, is actually here in Indiana. It's in Valparaiso. It's Industrial Revolution. I love that restaurant. They have such great food and their burgers are amazing. So I would say that's my favorite restaurant. I don't know if that means the best restaurant I've been to, but it's certainly my favorite one.
I think there's something to that. There's multiple restaurants. If anybody says, hey, let's go to that restaurant, I'm like, yes, let's go. So now, does it make it my favorite? No. Is it one that I enjoy going to every single time? Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Nice. All right. Do a couple more?
Yeah.
5-0 Diamonds. Which do you hate more, vomiting or diarrhea?
Oh, that's a good question. Wow. I hate diarrhea more.
Really?
Yeah. Because vomiting usually, I feel like shit. And then as soon as I vomit, I feel better. And you know what? Once you're out of it, you're done with it. I don't like the process of either one. As far as like the actual process of it, probably diarrhea is a little better. But in the long run of the two, I would rather throw something up than have diarrhea.
It's, again, situational. The aftertaste of vomiting is gross, whereas the aftertaste of diarrhea, not so bad.
That's such a stupid dad joke, man. I love that.
Okay. So regardless, the worst is having food poisoning and not knowing which end to put on the toilet.
That's true. When you're doing both at the same time, that is the worst.
Oh, I've had that multiple times, and it's just horrible. You know, from the standpoint of diarrhea, you're just sitting down and chillaxing. You can read while you're doing that, and you're not reading anything while you're kneeling next to the toilet, I guess.
Yeah, that's true.
Do not kneel on the toilet while you are throwing up. Not the right way to do it.
Or diarrheaing, for that matter.
That's true. Also doing it wrong. Oh, man.
Let's do another one.
All right. 2 spades.
All right. This is funny. Have you ever had explosive diarrhea after eating on a first date? And did you get a second date?
I don't know that I had diarrhea right after a first date. I know that I've had diarrhea on a date before. Like, I had to excuse myself to go to the bathroom, and that's awful.
Yeah.
After the wording on that sounds okay. After the date, I made it home and I'm good. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I think while you're on a date, that's probably the worst.
Yeah. I have not. No, I will say I used to, when I go out on dates, when sometimes that food wouldn't settle and my stomach would just go, right? And I would try to hold that in, or really it's just a fart that you're trying to hold in because you don't want to embarrass yourself, and makes your stomach go raw. And I hated that. That would happen all the time. And I'm just like, I hated that so much. And once I became more comfortable with just farting and letting it go, all the worry went away.
I tell you, my stomach makes all kinds of interesting noises. Maybe I just need to be farting more.
I'm telling you, man, I think it's just the way to go. I think society needs to just accept farts for what they are and let them be, and not just rip them, because there's so much other stuff that you need to worry about.
That is true. That is true. The other day I was shopping and I was all alone and I farted, and it was one of those, I just let it go. And I didn't leave. I'm just standing there.
Smelling it.
Oh, that is awful. I need to move now. I'm sorry to whoever walks into that. Like, but it's bad when you think it's bad,
right?
You leave. Oh man, that's awful.
Nice.
So, all right, 8 of hearts. I don't think we had that one yet. Mm-mm. Do you lie on medical forms about certain lifestyle choices or habits?
Yes.
Doesn't.
Of course I get at least 20 to 30 minutes of exercise in every single day. What do you mean? No, I have not been eating all these extra calories. I don't know how I got this in fat. It certainly wasn't from my diet.
Oh, hell. I think it's Geico has a new commercial out. That's the guy getting a physical, and the doctor's, so how many drinks do you have? And the guy says, drinks? Probably like 12. And he's, so 12 a week? And he goes, per week? That's pretty good stuff.
I'm pretty comfortable with my doctor, so I have open conversations about whatever. So I'm not like this, but on the form, I definitely fill it out wrong. I'm not going to put a paper record on there.
I don't want a trail. Yeah, that's good stuff. I think everybody lies a little bit, right? Like, oh no, I only have 1 cigarette a week.
Right.
It's like going for confession.
One's with me, I'm like, do you smoke? And I don't smoke, but occasionally I'll have a cigarette or I'll have a cigar, but I don't do it all the time. So I always say no.
Right. And I think that's what they're asking.
Mm-hmm. Are you a regular?
Do you have a habit?
Yeah.
Are you addicted?
Yeah.
All right. Let's get one more here. How about 7 of diamonds?
Who is the best Star Wars character?
Boba Fett.
He's the coolest for sure. Like, everyone wanted to be him, but I don't know if he's the best character. He's the coolest character for sure.
If you're looking for the one that has the best lines.
No, I'm thinking I think Han Solo is probably overall the best character for me. Growing up, I was more of a Luke fan.
See, I was always Han, because I thought Luke just seemed, I'm better than you. I tell you what, though, I think Yoda was something special.
He was something special.
I can tell you,
Yeah, we all know who the worst character was. That was Jar Jar Binks for sure.
I don't know, man. All the Ewoks were right up there too.
Yeah. Although that's my favorite of the
hated them.
movies. Of the original trilogy, Jedi is my favorite of the three.
Oh, the whole party dancing.
Yeah.
That whole scene, just awful.
Yeah.
Awful.
I liked Jedi, though, better because it was such a darker movie than original Star Wars and Empire, because it just came back and Luke's kind of a badass and all of a sudden he's a Jedi. And man, I just love that movie.
Yeah, there's definitely something. The Empire Strikes Back is obviously you have to like the first one, just a classic.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. The Empire Strikes Back, you know what? They're all good movies.
Yeah.
But
not all good movies. None of the new ones are great movies. Not all of them.
Yeah, I have not seen any of those. Awesome.
Right on.
I enjoy that. I like being able to just get random topics out there.
The cards thing was fun. I do like that.
Yeah, it tied in with the beer,
yeah, it did
which we've been enjoying. In the Cards by Pollyanna Brewing Company in Lamont, Illinois.
You knew it was coming.
Yep, I was waiting. That's why I paused.
It wasn't my favorite of beers. It wasn't a bad IPA, but I don't know. I don't know that I would necessarily go out seeking it myself personally.
No, for me, I don't like IPAs generally. I'm still waiting for that one that I try, and it's just, oh, this is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely enjoy hazy IPAs.
Yeah.
And this is hazy-ish, but not, it's still got the bite.
I just chugged the last of my glass, and it had a kind of a grapefruit taste to it, and I don't like grapefruit at all. I don't know. It's got warmer. It got more grapefruity.
I think that's what I don't like. I don't know. So again, Untapped has got 3.8 stars. I don't know. For me, especially because I don't like IPAs, this is more like a 3.5 to 3.25.
I was gonna say a solid 3 for me.
All right, we'll register that on Untapped at a 3.
Right on.
Anyway, Pollyanna, strong brews coming out of there. I enjoy them. So
Yeah, and I do remember going there. It was a lot of fun, though.
yeah, in Lamont, Illinois.
Lamont.
Great.
All right. Well, if you have some questions you think you would like us to add to our next one of these, send us a message and we'll toss them into our random question generator, because we'll be doing a few more of these shows. Thank you for joining us. We definitely appreciate all of you listening. And again, you can find us on our socials at aysm.show or on Untapped at aysm_show. Do you have anything else to sign off there, Brett?